So you people in this room have a lot more expertise on the legislative issues from a school perspective. From a principal, teacher, or kid sitting in schools, I think it is of vital importance, and I think they don't necessarily care where this comes from, but kids across the country need a press that's supported from outside the school for higher performance. There are too many things conspiring to kind of bring lower expectations. I'm not saying that the federal government should at all micromanage this, but I'm just saying from a school perspective, all these things conspire to have, in many ways, lower expectations, and the best principals need and have benefit from the public in some way saying, you can do better in specific ways. You've got to hit bigger goals. We're going to have transparency against progress against bigger goals. And the best leaders, they want to do it, but there are a lot of people who will be naysayers. And so having that support, I think, is important. So specifically, I think, in my view, it's not shared around this, I'm sure in this room universally, but I do think that having performance targets is really important. I think there should be a lot of flexibility for states about how that gets defined as long as they're making big progress to getting kids to succeed. But I think it's a great blend of empowering states to do on the how, or requiring there be the targets to do it, I think would be really helpful. And the transparency against that is as important as anything else. One thing I would just briefly mention, and some of the senators here know we're launching a new organization, America Achieves, and one of the things we're going to do is convene a panel of people, including former Secretary Riley and former U.S. Secretary of the Army Pete Guerin, and people like Eduardo Padron, who runs Miami-Dade Community College, and Deb Gist in Rhode Island, and others, teachers, great teachers and frontline principals, to put recommendations together for what goals and targets should be. Early learning, K-12 through post-secondary, a private panel. And I think that can help inform the debate, and getting good thinking out there is important. But I think somewhere at the government level, there needs to be a drive to ensure there are targets and transparency against those, in my view.
Thank you very much. Now I got Ms. Danks, Ms. Kesselhart, Senator Paul,